Transformers, Autobots, roll out!
What's up, guys? Captain Gamesta here, where we got all kinds of cool toys, video games, anime, comics, repping all of that for the Super Fun Force. And today we got one of the coolest Transformers, kind of an old school one at this point, but it's Chromia, a character that appeared in the original G1, but was taken further into detail by IDW. Now, for me, I'm not completely familiar with this character. Obviously, I'm a huge fan of Transformers, but for me, the important thing about this character was she turns into this super cool, like futuristic motorcycle. I think this is super fun. It's awesome. It does have some negatives, which I'll talk about quickly, but overall, I like the color scheme of this. This is the US version. There is a Takara Tomy version that has like more of a purple color scheme, which also looks great. You know, more expensive, so I really recommend this one unless you're super into that, you know, kind of purple color, which is a great color. I mean, I would rather have that one, but just for the price and for the fact that I'm going to keep this as a blue motorcycle, this is totally fine with me. Because when you see the fact that the transformation is, you know, it's kind of like, it's nuanced and it's not really fun, I'll definitely want to keep it like this. Plus, I really like this design. I'm really into like futuristic techno motorcycles. Hence, anime like Akira, Kaneda's bike. It's pretty awesome, isn't it? What I like about this is this actually is reminiscent from the Computron combiners, which include a motorcycle Autobot. And that Autobot is Afterburner. Now, I had the whole set of Computron, and it was pretty cool. You know, the G1 edition for sure, which I gave to one of my best friends. But, you know, this is kind of reminiscent of that character. I'm not as, you know, inclined to get Computron again. I think he's one of the better Autobot combiners for sure. But this one right here basically floats my boat, even though it's a motorcycle. And, you know, just basically, it takes the place of that futuristic motorcycle that I want in my collection. You know, and it's cool that she's a female Autobot because, again, those are still super rare. One of my favorite characters, RC. If you haven't already, check out my video on her, Masterpiece and Earthrise. But again, this is a great model, although there is, like I said, the two caveats really quick, and that is the nuanced transformation that makes it feel really fragile. Like, for me, the legs keep popping out of the ball socket. After transforming this like 2 or 3 times, like, the clear plastic they use in general, you know, Hasbro, I guess, it's starting to crack. Like, there's streaks here, and it's, you know, again, another reason why I'm afraid to continue to play with it, because I don't want to ruin the motorcycle look by having too many cracks, you know. As it is right now, I guess it's okay to have a little bit of battle damage, but, you know, it's kind of a fragile Transformer. That's unfortunate. So, with that being said, though, again, I do like the addition of the clear, you know, plastic there and on the wheel connections, but again, it just makes me cautious now because, you know, the more that you fiddle with this and move it, you know, these clear plastics could be very prone to cracking and damage. But that being said, I mean, this is super fun. If you want to have a really cool motorcycle, this is my favorite form. She does have an alternate car form. She's a cool character. It's definitely a must-buy if, again, you like motorcycles, techno, futuristic style vehicles, and just a cool color scheme to have, guys. All right, let's take a quick look at it.
All right, here she goes. I have her accessory. Comes with this super cool pistol laser blaster. So look at her. She looks fantastically awesome. I like the proportions. Looks definitely super feminine, but she does have a kind of like blended anime, big foot, you know, big bulky leg backpack android look with some, you know, humanistic bioroid elements. Great silhouette. She's tall and slim. Definitely a wonderful creation. Again, this is an evolution from her G1 appearance, and they've done a fantastic job with it. Again, the articulation is great. Her head swivels and pivots. Everything is basically on a ball joint. You can see like the wrists, the top of the thighs. So you got to be careful because when she transforms, they're prone to pop out. That's the only kind of weakness of this figure is its fragility and its nuanced transformation. But boy, oh boy, it looks great. Look at that. Again, the proportions are excellent. She's definitely fun to pose and move around. And it's just, I wish, you know, with that clear plastic, she wasn't so fragile right there on the back of her feet, her heels. But let's take a look and let's transform it for you guys really quick. Best way to do this is to attack the feet. She does have a stand right there. I like to take these rear wheels and pull them out. I like the way they engineered this. Again, the only weakness are the clear plastics, as you can see. I hope they can in the future make it stronger, because I'm not opposed to clear plastic. I think it's great. I like it on things like the windshield. I like it to add this translucent effect. It's definitely really cool. It just needs to be stronger. All right, so there you go. Now I'm putting the wheels together here, as you can see, and I like that clear look in the middle. Like I said, it adds a nice effect. Everything rolls really nicely, by the way. And, you know, I like the details on the wheels with that light blue and the dark blue. Next, you want to go for the backpack here. You have the rear seat skirt, and that's kind of strange. I wonder why they added this like flip here, because technically if that piece stayed together like that, it would probably still be able to fit. There's not really much else to do with it, essentially, because, you know, it's more or less, yeah, kind of like just one piece. So here's the tricky part. What you got to do is when you push in her chest to complete the folding transformation, you got to disconnect the peg here on her tailbone before you push in the bottom of her collarbone right there. And once it's kind of all ready to go, it's easy to maneuver that. And you can finish and complete the bend. You want to fold the legs up, knees towards the chest, like pretty much all transforming motorcycles. I mean, there are some exceptions out there, but as far as like Redgar, her, you know, Bike Robo, aka Cycle, this is generally the starting engineering. But instead of using the arms to hold the wheel like a lot of these transforming robots do, you're actually going to fold your arms just kind of up and back a little bit, and then what you're going to do is you're going to fold the wheel, which is on a clear connector, which is cool because it makes it look like it's almost like floating there. But you're basically going to fiddle with it. Like I said, the main weakness here is just kind of like fiddling all of this together. As you can see here on the rear skirts, you have to get the hands tucked in, and then after that, the back of the feet also like tab in a little bit underneath the seat directly. And then once you get that in, it's all ready to go. You flatten the seat on the tailbone area like so. And then you just got to apply a little bit of pressure here to fold down the handlebars and the windshield contraption. And then once you do so, then you also tab in the seats to her arms, as you can see there. So that's actually not that bad. That's like the only really hollow parts other than the handles, but it all looks like it makes sense because the handles you can like use as grips, and then the back of her arms need to tab into the seat. And there you go. The front wheel is very flexible. It can twist and turn, obviously, and move up and down. So you just basically want to level it. But I like it. I like the windshield. You know, it's kind of like this, again, futuristic techno solo cycle that has a really, really cool design, you know, and like her knee pads create this bladed appearance. And she looks fantastic. Look at that racing stripe, that bright red neon, the color palette with that kind of royal blue and that lighter blue. It's excellent, yo. This gets me really excited. And then, of course, you can peg in the gun. Her robot mode has a few options for it. In the alt mode here, the motorcycle, it just can go on the left and right by the wheel, your choice. But it looks really cool having that extended laser blaster, popping and matching up with the black wheels. Look at that, man. That is so slick. And you got the red, kind of like 4-light LED style thing going on underneath the tampograph of the Autobot decal. And ooh, this just floats my boat. I like it too. Look, afterburners, the details are great. Look at those kind of jagged geometric designs and just a little bit of that minute details. I like the tail end spoiler there right behind the afterburners. Man, look at that. This thing looks freaking awesome, yo. And it just has the right detailing. It looks almost like it's die cast, as you can see right there in these flatter, smoother, shinier geometric pieces. Again, has a nice kind of Bioroid android silhouette mixed with these jagged lines. I love the big mecha feet, you know, that are chunky. And it doesn't go overboard with like the circuitry and all the etchings and the engravings. There's just enough, as you can see there. It looks really good. I mean, it almost looks like it was a painted model. So, man, this thing is definitely super fun. It's just a little bit fragile, but I do have some other fragile action models, so I'm used to it. You know, it just is obviously something you have to be aware of when you do transform her and pose her and everything like that. But as you can see here, the body is just, again, well proportioned. This looks great. There you go again with those awesome heels, the red striping, the geometric anime mecha chunky legs. And she got a great face sculpt. It's like a crown. The white detail, golden eyes, narrow face, guys. Check this out, please. Got to get it. All right, thanks for hanging out. Like and subscribe. Captain GameStar and the Super Fun Force will be coming back at you. Peace.